Hiya, I'm Tava Tucker.
And I'm Racheli Marks, and together we connect through the stories we hear.
During our episodes, we hope to learn,
revolutionize,
inspire, transform, and bring relatable content to you.
We would like to also discuss and internalize how your story can be someone's savior. This is the official
Together We Connect
podcast. Hello everyone, it's Racheli Marks here.
And Tava Tucker.
We are back for another episode and we have a very, very special guest here. It is our first male guest. So we're very, very excited about that. So we're looking forward to hearing feedback, and I'm sure
I'm
it's
not
amazing.
sure in today's world how they can assume my gender, but we'll go with it.
So, Gavin, we'll get to why you're here today, but...
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, introduce yourself. But one of the reasons why I really was very excited to have you on is just because you're very real. And the background about our show is your story can be someone else's survival story. And over, I think, 4 years that I've known you, the amount of advice and practical advice has been unbelievable. Gavin, can you tell us a bit about your background and where you are now?
Late 40s, Joburg, born and bred.
Gavin.
Yeah, still Gavin.
Yeah, you're still Gavin.
Yeah.
You're not Gabriella.
I think
Give
maybe
me
after
time.
2 years, I thought you might have a last name. Right? So,
Yeah, my surname's Noick, N-O-I-C-K. It's like a candle with no wick, but I've got no W.
So Gavin Noik.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. I think the reason I'm here is because Tova in Infinite Wisdom thinks that I'm slightly inspirational, possibly for my physical stature, because I'm born with achondroplasia, which is a type of dwarfism. So
that's the name. What's it called? You said it's
achondroplasia.
Achondroplasia.
Yeah.
Who comes up with these names?
People who have fun, like really.
I think medical doctors are a bit like IT specialists. They come up with a whole bunch of jargon so they can be paid more because no one understands what they're saying. And really speaking, I'm born with a genetic shortness. So if you want to simplify,
They press shortcuts.
So to people who understand, not with the long fancy words, you were born with dwarfism.
Yeah, correct. So the type of dwarfism that I have is that my arms and legs are shorter, but my torso is normal stature. So you can see now while we're sitting at a table, I'm pretty much the same height as everybody, or possibly taller than you, because you're not exactly the tallest girl of me.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'4". Around.
Okay.
So we're similar.
Yeah.
We're very average.
Yeah.
That's a very average height.
So in feet, I'm 4'3", in centimeters, I'm 135.
Mm-hmm.
So based on the theme of the talk that I had with Tova last time, basically what we can deduce from this is that I'll always look up to you both.
Not necessarily.
Well, so far.
Not currently. We're on the same level.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think everyone's on the same level. We're all born here for a reason. We're born for a purpose, whatever that may be. I think that's everybody's sole purpose in life, is to find the purpose and run with it. And if your guys is to inspire people, which I think it probably is to a large degree, if what you're doing resonates with you so much, then so be it, and good for you. And if I can help you along your journey, then great.
Okay, so you were born, and then you were diagnosed with this. What age were you diagnosed?
0.
Really? They
Yeah,
know
you
straight
can
away?
you can see it in birth.
Oh, fine.
Really?
Okay, so
You can pick it up in amniocentesis now, but it's
really?
rare that people don't test it unless it's like if I was having a kid now. Then I would test because it's a 50-50.
Was it genetic, like in your family?
No, it's
Not
a
at all.
spontaneous mutation.
Fine.
It's like winning the lotto, but in reverse.
Not necessarily.
Statistically.
Really?
No, it's not. It's slightly more.
Now, so what you were saying before, I thought it was genetic. You're saying it's not.
No, I was born to two
mutation.
normal stature parents. So it's called a spontaneous mutation, whatever gene it was that gets messed up, or let's say recoded. for whatever reason.
IT peoples.
Yeah, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so they knew straight away. How was it growing up with, I guess, normal stature, as you would say? How was it growing up? I've heard from Tova that you actually felt completely normal.
Yeah, I think the example I used last time, and I would, it's something that I repeat very often to people, is the best way I can explain it is I never went blind, so I don't know what I'm missing. Any part of a normal existence, whatever that may mean, or whatever definition suits you for normal, that's fine, but whatever that may be, it's only a fleeting thought. It's something I can hold in my conscience for a very brief moment until I get distracted by something else. So it's like if I say to you, what's it like to be a man? You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like you can try and think about it for a bit.
Yeah, you can empathize, but you can't properly experience it.
But you'll only think about it for as long as, it'll only make sense for as long as you're thinking about it, then it's gone.
Right.
And I think it's the exact same thing. It's like, yeah, maybe it would be nice if I could reach things better, because chairs, tables, whatever, that's all made for normal statured people. But you get so used to it and adapting your life for it that you don't see it anymore. The one thing I did say to Tova, which was an epiphany for me as well, when I did say it, was that that in the dating world, I'm much more conscious of it, because how the world reacts to me, I'm much more conscious of it when I'm on a date, because I can see it through the eyes of my date.
Yeah.
Not through, like in my own eyes, I'm like unconscious, should I say.
Right. I wonder if that's what everyone feels when they go on a date. You know, they feel like, is a guy going to pick up all my flaws? Are they going to love me for that? Or
Are they going to hate me for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't...
And look, I'm just happy that they don't notice that I'm pickpocketing people and stuff.
See, this is the wisdom. This is what I was
It is the
about.
wisdom. It's
Look, you can't change any of it. Like, you can't change who you are. I can't change who I am.
Right.
I can... Well, that's not
you
true.
can change your inner...
Firstly, I can change how I react to things. And if I change the way I react to things, then I'll make my people much more comfortable. And I don't do it consciously. I really don't care about other people like that much that I care what they're going to think of me. I have so many flaws that if I live 2 lifetimes, I'm not going to have enough time to fix them.
For sure.
So
you live 100.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly. So I don't have time to worry about what other people think. I really, really don't.
I love it.
But if somebody should come to me and say, look, in this area, I think you may have got it right, or you've certainly, in my perception, you've done something better than I have, I will help them where I can. But for somebody to emulate me or to look up to me like in that regard and think that I'm wonderful and great, hell no, not even close. I've got so much work to still do.
All of us. Yeah. No, shoot.
So, and I think once I realized that, once I was old enough and mature enough to realize that, then the whole world made a lot more sense.
So when would you say, do you have like a mark of time where you started noticing that it actually doesn't matter?
So I'm 47 now. It happened when I was 86.
Right.
No, it's work in progress.
So you're growing down.
I'm growing old disgracefully. So, no, I think it probably happened slowly in segregation. I can't pinpoint a date or time or anything like that.
So it's basically over an accumulation of time you realized that what people's opinions, they really weren't very...
I will say this much, in all honesty and all jokes aside, I will say this much, is that I believe in adolescence I grew up faster than the people around me.
Yeah.
For fairly obvious reasons. But again, I have no concept of what was going through other people's minds.
Yeah.
I can only assume, but I think that I did grow up and I was much more worldly aware.
And aware.
And
you were challenged with something that the general public wasn't challenged with.
Yeah, correct.
So,
I think and it didn't absolve me of the general public's challenges. It was like an added one.
Added.
So
you have all our issues plus.
Correct. Well, not as bad as Tova, but yeah.
It kind of gives you that extra, what's it, intuition?
Intuition.
I can never say that, yeah. Extra intuition, and also foresee, like, situations that a lot of people will get upset over, but for you, you'll bypass because they're not, you had something else real to deal with. Like.
Also, I really have to ask, is your humor, was it developed or have you always...
What humor? I'm just honest. No, I don't know. Maybe initially it was like I'll hit you back first.
Fine.
So, and now it's more just because it's fun.
You enjoy life.
Yeah, like, and I really, really do.
No,
I'll give anyone a hard time just for the sake of it. Like, really, really. I was walking on Shabbos recently, and I saw a guy in like full Zulu garb, you know, the whole story, and I asked him if he's Irish. Because I just thought that would be funny.
Yeah, why not?
Did you know what Irish is? Like, sorry, just...
No, he looked at me like I was mad, which true.
You're like, yeah.
But then when I smiled and he realized that I was talking nonsense, then like, he was finished. He was absolutely like, beyond.
Was he laughing? Okay, amazing. So, on more of a serious topic, Tava mentioned that you did struggle at one point. Specifically, or not necessarily at one point, but mentally with the whole...
I think that, no, hang on one sec, let's go back. I think that I cannot attribute it to dwarfism. Cool. So the struggle that you're referring to is, assuming is you're talking about when I had depression, or that I have depression. I do know that I do have it. And anxiety issues.
Okay. Like all of us.
Because...
Yeah, like I think it always festers when my work life is not working.
Oh, fine.
It always festers. I've been through two extremely challenging times. One was I was living in America and I got a virus called Epstein-Barr, which is very similar to glandular fever.
Oh, no.
And it gave me chronic fatigue. I was in bed for a year. So I lost my working visa. I came back to South Africa. I had to move back in with my folks as an adult, which was like hard for me, and I had no income, and so financially after that I restarted my life, and that really took the wind out of my sails, and that was 2007. I was in bed for 2007. I got out of bed, and then more recently, just before COVID, I had to shut my own business, which was not a good feeling. Like my ego didn't want to handle it.
Stepping backwards, whereas you want to be moving forward.
And I literally started my financial life again, and then it was those two incidences have affected me far more than anything else, anything physical that I can assure.
Can you talk to us a little bit about it?
It manifested in apathy. I felt very apathetic about stuff. Like
everything.
Yeah, like I didn't care. Like I didn't.
You lost all reason.
Yeah, and everything was a struggle. Like to the point, like when it got to a point where it was like to go shopping or to make something to eat or something like that was a struggle and an argument with myself. That's when I realized, no, hang on, this is bigger than me. I can't talk my way out of this. I need to go and get help.
I've got to stop making excuses.
Yeah, or I have to recognize that I personally don't have the tools to fix it.
Yeah.
Which is a hard. It's a hard thing because you've only got your own mind.
So how did you get to that point where you were like, cool, I need help?
Because I didn't like myself. I didn't like that life. I'm much more extrovert. I'm much more. Actually, I'll go back to that and I said I'm not actually an extrovert, but I can behave like one. I need to recharge on my own. But I can behave like an extrovert.
I think it's an ambivert. It's where you can do both, and you need both.
Yeah.
I think most people, that's where you get your energy from.
Yeah.
Like my sister gets her energy from being alone. I cannot relate.
You're extroverted.
I get my energy from being around people, but I'm not particularly loud in a crowd.
That's an extrovert, though.
What are you happy in a big crowd or a small crowd? Like if there's 10 people. Or if there's 4.
Yeah, no, for a big crowd chatting, I can chat, but I'm not necessarily the loudest.
See, now with me, the more people there are, the quieter I'll get. I'll just listen more and learn. Like I'm just like that. It's not that I have to be the loudest.
So
but
people get very confused. They think if you're an extrovert, you're outgoing, you're loud, but actually you're compensating because actually that's not how you're feeling inside.
Yeah.
Very inside, you there's something missing, but then you actually get that purpose and fulfillment when you're on your own, and then you overcompensate when you're around people, and that's what I think people get. But that's deviating. You're saying that like we're all going.
You wanted to come back to the point that you behave like an extrovert, but you're not actually an extrovert, and then.
Yeah, so
when you're apathetic about things,
I can feel that when I'm with big crowds, when I'm in big crowds, my energy depletes.
Yeah.
When I'm on my own, my energy repletes.
Fine.
But it doesn't mean I can't do both.
Yeah.
Right.
I can go into crowds, and I can, it's not confidence or anything like that. It's just I'm an introvert, but I can hang with the extroverts, and
I mean,
no one will know.
I completely relate, because generally I don't think I have a rule, actually. Sometimes in a crowd I'm very quiet and sometimes I'm very loud. I don't, like, it's not specifically one thing. So it's like when I'm alone I also get energy sometimes, and when I'm alone sometimes I actually just feel terrible.
I think you should start paying attention to what drinks they're giving you.
Yeah, really. Which ones do you recommend?
Anything recreational.
So
I used to tell my nephews when they were growing up, I used to tell them all the time, because I'm not. I told them, what was my saying? Yeah, just say maybe to drugs. much to my sister's shenanigans. But anyway.
So you were experiencing the points in your life where you were like, well, this is enough, I don't like myself. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, so then
at that time, were you in America?
No, yeah.
You moved. So this was afterwards. You moved back, and now were you searching for help?
Then I actually wasn't, because then I had a disease. The first time I had a disease.
Yeah. So I'm talking about when you got back.
Yeah, no, I had Epstein-Barr, so it stuck in my system for a long time.
Shame.
So the problem with that was that I had an excuse.
Right.
So I didn't know.
So you used this for a while.
Yeah, and then it gave me what they call secondary depression. It's like a result of not being able to do anything.
Oh gosh.
And I had to recognize that it was a separate now issue. It wasn't like when Epstein-Barr goes, then this will go. No, now I have to deal with both.
So it was circumstantial.
Yeah.
But then it's the result. It's not actually going to go away.
Yeah, you have to deal with it. So then. I went on to drugs. I can't remember what drugs they were. I went on to drugs, and that really helped. But then when I got my working life back in order and I got purpose back, then, so that was like a year after I got back, I started getting back into the workplace. And when I did that, then I found that the depression actually went away, and I stopped taking meds and stuff.
Oh wow!
So I just needed it to.
It really was circumstantial. It was like a kickstart.
Yeah.
That's really so interesting. I've met so many people who have experienced circumstantial depression, and it's completely different to depression for not necessarily a logical reason.
Or like a literal chemical imbalance, but not
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's in your head, but no one knows what it is. Whereas you could fathom what was going on. Your life was kind of all over the place at this point.
Look, from my experience, that I can say that the hardest thing about it is that you've only got your own brain to compare to.
Yeah.
So firstly, you have to recognize that you're broken. And it's not broken like as in unfixable. It's like broken like it's not working at its optimal level.
Yeah.
Like it needs an adjustment or a service or something. Yeah. And I think that is the hardest part to come to that conclusion and get over it.
Yeah.
And then the second thing which I've noticed, especially in the older generation, is that it seems to me that antidepressants had like a very negative connotation against them, because what they used to do is often overprescribe, and people become a bit like zombies.
Yeah.
And they're worried. They've now got this phobia that they're going to become like this zombie stagnant person.
So like the older generation has children, the children go on antidepressants and then they're upset because they think it's the same as it would have been in the past.
Yeah, or the older people don't take it.
Don't take it.
Because
but they still have issues.
Yeah, and that's the saddest thing ever, because
it's very hard.
It's the way I worded it to somebody once was, if you wanted me to get something off the top of the fridge, you wouldn't ask because I can't reach, right? Like you would ask somebody else. What with depression is you can't see it. So when you say no, just get up or just go and do.
You can't see my limitations.
You cannot see the lead weight that's sitting on my head and my shoulders and my body. You cannot see the restraints that are holding me.
Yeah.
But neither can I.
I love that.
Yeah.
I've never heard it like that before.
Yeah.
And I think once you yourself recognize that you're sitting with that lead weight, that's when you know you can action. But then you have to get rid of all preconceived notions and bad stereotypes and go deal with it. It's so worth it. Like if you got it, go deal with it. If I need to get something off the top of the fridge, I'll go get a ladder or a chair, I'll do it. But that's a tool to get what I want done.
And you need those tools to get up.
Why wouldn't I? Like, must I just sit and look at the beautiful birthday cake on top of there that I want to eat, but not going to eat for 6 years because I don't want to get a chair?
But let's be honest, how often do we do that? How often do we just stare at what we want and never ever go for it?
We collectively, probably way too much.
Exactly.
Because it's too far out of reach.
It's not too far out of reach. It's that we refuse to find another way. Do you know what? Do you know what someone always says? How do you expect to get different results if you keep doing the same thing?
That was Einstein. He said if you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that's the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. It's the same thing. That like you can't. The mind that caused the problem can't be the mind to fix it because you're still in the same zone. Like
I think one of the biggest epidemics in the world today is that the self-esteem is shattered.
And why? Because of other people?
No, it's because of social media, and that is because you think everyone's living a brilliant life.
That is other people, though.
Yeah, but it's not real life.
No, none of it's real.
And the fact that you can have 300 conversations in one day with different people and not insane. Count it and think about it, and like it's too much. It's too overwhelming. You can't grow. You can't pause. You can't think. You can't work on yourself. Like, thank God for Shabbos. I don't know how other people do it. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
No, really, I was actually thinking about it as well. Like, I don't know how people don't just switch off for at least a day. Like, it's.
Or any non-Jew that I come across, and when you talk about it and you explain it to them, they think it's the most bizarre and impossible thing to do. But they're all jealous because they think they can see the benefit of the family time.
Yeah.
And the fact that you actually do switch off, and you don't have kids sitting in their own rooms watching whatever, and you just barely pass them in the passage.
My anxiety is a lot around the phone. Just because it's the fast pace of messaging, texting, and putting appointments in the diary. It's all very fast paced. Where Shabbos, it just like switches off and it takes that mindset and that breathing space. It's like a different world.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I joke at work all the time. I say I want to change my name to Can You Just? But 110 people that see me and say, Can you just? Can you just?
I think that's going to be
so
the
funny.
time.
Can you just?
Can you just?
So, sorry.
When you get old enough and you get confident enough, you say, yes, I can. Just not now. Or just not, like it's your urgency is not mine. Your priorities are not mine necessarily.
I also feel like there are some people who do age and still can't do that though.
I think again that's the riddles in self-esteem, because you want to people please. You don't want to let somebody down. But the thing is, like, if you do that, what happens is that the wheels fall off when you least expect, and then you let everyone down, including yourself.
I'm very much guilty of people pleasing, and it's something that I work so hard on in everyday life.
What does it come from? Do you know?
People pleasing.
Yeah. Like, would you know?
Yeah, I think let's really delve deep into that. So I guess the equation is like this. Why do I people please? Because if I don't do this for this person, they won't like me. Why do I care that they don't like me? Because it was inbuilt from a very young age that it matters what people think of you. And then like you have to deconstruct everything and try and like lose its meaning. So over time you get used to saying to yourself, do you really want to do this? No, not really. Okay, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, it takes
I can make it easy for you. I found a way to do this for myself. I can make it a lot easier for you.
Okay.
If you asked the person for the same thing and they said, I can't or no, would you think less of them? No. Chances are no. If they did it every time, yes, maybe that's a different, you're talking about something different now. But if you got a very good friend and you ask them for something once and they say, no, I can't, or you're not going to think less of them or let them go, or like, so why would they do that to you?
Okay, so just for an example, just for the sake of playing devil's advocate, what happens if you experience people being very disappointed in you often? Because you said no.
So who's got the floor?
The other people.
So then what are you worried about?
What
We've
happens if you
already
like
established.
them?
We've already established that you can live 100 lifetimes and not have enough time to fix your own.
100%. Look.
So why are you worried about
what
that?
is logical and what is illogical kind of like get meshed into one in this situation, because it's a thing that people really struggle with.
I know it's very few. I can literally count on my fingers. But certain people in my life, no matter what they do, they could never do wrong in my eyes. Like, if they haven't shown up to an important event, I know that because I love them so much, and there's a deep love there must be like a solid reason. I don't ever have to know the reason. Whereas maybe someone who's, say, a girl in the outer circle who I like, who's quite friendly and have a good relationship, if they didn't rock up, I'll be like, So I think you've got to
different
decide
expectations.
Different who's in that inner circle and who's not. Like who, yeah. I think that's,
Okay, fascinating.
What's interesting about that to me, just by the way, right?
Yeah.
So you love somebody enough that anything goes, right?
Mm.
But then somebody just below that on your rung, on your hierarchy, they might think of you like that, like the top rung, and allow you to, but you don't have them in the same esteem.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they got to live up to a thing that you couldn't live up to.
Right.
To be honest, it doesn't matter, right? You just got to live your life.
No, just unless you know. Yeah, I've got a pet peeve in life, and it's always been. I cannot stand when people think or assume what other people are thinking.
Everyone does that.
I know, but I hate it.
But I don't expect that person to have the same thing.
No, but here's the point.
I hear what you're saying.
If he's not here, if he or she doesn't come, or if he doesn't come, and you say, oh, because they're on a lower rung, it's because they don't love me, they should have been there. You don't know, the reason might have been even more valid than somebody you love.
Right.
100%.
Just ask first and then decide. That's all. But we're using a silly example, but I think this applies everywhere.
Circumstantial.
Just know the facts before you make a call. It'll make life much easier.
Yeah, I think this is where Dan Legafsachus really helps.
Yes.
You just really don't know. So we've digressed a tiny bit. I would love to move on to, am I mistaken in saying that you had another situation where you were not so happy?
We touched on it already. It was like I
did
told
we
you
touch on it?
the 2 times in my life when I lost my prognosis, and just there were situational things.
Yes.
What was interesting about both those times is when you find yourself without finances, trying to solve the problem without money is not so easy either.
No, it's not easy.
Trying to do anything when the money is low is not something. But luckily, I had the experience. Luckily, I'll say it in a way. I had the experience from before, so you kind of recognize the symptoms when you see them, and then you say, okay, well, I'll deal with it quicker. Or I'll go and I'll make a plan. I'll go and see what I can do, and you do it because you just got to do what you got to do. No one's gonna be able to pick up your pieces. That's unfortunate part. You have to make the choice to stand up and like say, okay, I'm done with being down. I'm done with like not living the way I want to be living.
Yeah.
And take a step every day, like a little step every day. And then before you know it, you're 300 steps ahead of where you were. But if you don't do any of it, you'll be exactly where you were when you started thinking about it. Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So on those two, so you had circumstantial depression. That is what it was. So it wasn't chemical.
Genetically, when I look at my family, I would say there's definitely a chemical imbalance.
It is fun.
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Look, you never know.
I don't know. I'm in two minds, and I don't. Truth be known, I don't really need to know the answer.
One believes.
No, I don't really need to know the answer. It can be.
You don't need to know. It's fine.
What I'm saying is that
Yeah.
why I don't need to know the answer is that it exists. I have it. It affects me, and where I can, I'll do what I can to fix it.
Right.
Why it's there and how and all the nuances of that
Right.
be interesting as an academic exercise.
So for me, it's not about interesting or academic. It's that I experienced. So I mean, I've shared that I don't struggle with circumstantial depression. I struggle with depression, and that's chemically in my brain, and I've seen other people go through circumstantial depression, and when I think I've definitely gone through that as well, but on a general basis, it's a struggle that I have to fight every day, and it's very difficult to stabilize. But when I've seen people in circumstantial, I'm not saying it's any easier. I'm not. I'm saying that I guess there's an obvious cause on the outside, and that gives some clarity. Whereas,
look, I could argue that circumstantial depression or secondary depression, I think is the right term for it, is maybe just depression that's lying in wait.
what do you mean?
Meaning it's always there,
Yeah.
but because you go through a circumstance that's very pressing on you,
You have it
emotionally or whatever, that triggers it more.
more
I think it's you have to be prone to it. You have to be. It has to be like in you to some degree. I don't think it's like cutting yourself and you'd now cut. I think it's more a case of you have thin blood, so if you cut yourself, you will bleed more. That's what I don't know. Again, like I was saying.
The mindset's very tricky because when no matter what form of depression you are, when you're in that state,
it's bad.
It's your mindset is rock bottom.
The problem is you're number one cheerleader, and when you lose that, when you lose yourself as a cheerleader, that's when life becomes really hard because now you're looking at the rest of the world to be your cheerleader, and they don't know what you're thinking because
And no one, everyone else is going through their own stuff at the same time. People try, but at the end of the day, they have to be living their lives for them.
Yeah, so if we go full circles, like when I say when people come to me and say, listen, there's a nuance of your life which I think you may have got right, and can you help me? I'll do that. But have I got life right? No, not yet.
No,
not even close.
Never. Even with fixing computers.
No. I know nothing about nothing. The older I get, the less I know. That's one thing I know for sure.
I also experienced that.
The more you know.
The more you know, the less you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not even the more you know, it's more the more you experience, the more you see, the more you become blind to a whole bunch of other stuff that you know is lying in wake for you.
No, you just realize how
small,
how infinite the world is, and that
how small you are.
I think the more you think about it, and the more you that's one of the reasons for depression, because pre social media, pre cell phones, pre all this stuff, I think what happened was people lived their own lives and they could become the master or mistress of their own life.
Yeah.
Now their lives are just too big, and you cannot find traction to master it. It's very, very seldom. And now because you've got low self-esteem, not you, I don't know, general
people,
because of low self-esteem, people are reluctant to start something, which is also something we mentioned. People are reluctant to start something new because it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts physically, or it hurts mentally, or it hurts like, and now you on top of that you got this stupid little cheerleader in your head saying that like, I can't do this.
Right.
No, you can't do this. It's talking to you.
Yeah.
It's saying you can't do this. You're doing bad. You know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is much bigger than you. It's just like, you know, you cannot do that.
Just give up. You know, you can hear it.
And what I did say to you in the last one is that I learned something for myself, and it's a great, great trick for life, is that what I do is I'll do something because I'm scared of it. If I really, really don't want to do it, and I'm really reluctant to do it, that will be my trigger to go and do it, like to start it or to do it.
Adrenaline.
I've forced myself to recognize that it's me that's scared, it's me that's reluctant to do it, it's me that's lazy to do it, it's me that whatever. So then I will go and do it.
It's so interesting because I've done the same thing as you, but I took it to the complete extreme.
Yeah.
And that's also a problem. The extreme of that is where I never gave myself time to just breathe. And it's something that like, you can't just be, you have to keep going, keep pushing, keep going, and not just pushing, like keep going out of your comfort zone. Keep doing things that really scare you. And there is a time and place to definitely do that. But I'm saying like it shouldn't be a pressured.
You don't have to conquer everything.
Exactly.
Rome was built.
Exactly.
You know, in Brokers it says Vitalna Torah Keneged Kulam, and learning Torah is equal to them all. Right? But then when it talks about Torah learning, and it says you've got to make time for Torah. So if that's the greatest and most effective thing you could be doing with your life, and even that you should make a time slot for. It does say in many instances that you should give up your whole life for it, but practically, if you can't, make just a time for it. So kal v'chomer, how much more so for anything that's not Torah? Just make a time for it. You don't have to obsess about it. You don't have to like give up your whole life for it. But make as much time as you see correct for it. I think that if it's gonna build you, great. If it's gonna break you, maybe not so much.
So this is general past experiences.
Yeah.
It's, as you say, it's we always learning and continually learning what
Well,
is
if we're
going
not,
on.
that would be very sad.
It would be, but there's lots of people who don't. And that's what we want to contribute to. We want to change, you know, where people can see things.
Conscious living.
All these
living.
points. That I think the idea of that we want to show people the root or the seed or the spark.
Yeah.
That actually.
And God forbid, I'm not saying that people don't think. I'm saying that sometimes people are just unaware.
And hopefully this show can help people like get up
with awareness,
with everything. So on that note, Gavin, with all your experiences, could you, and if you wrap it up a bit, like what advice would you give as our generation or the younger generation with what we're living in now?
From your experiences, from your knowledge. Infinite knowledge.
I'm sure, yeah.
Infinite knowledge.
So one thing I will say is don't make anyone else responsible for your happiness.
Wow.
Only you can be, because if you hand over that responsibility, it'll never come right. People will always disappoint you, and it's not their fault. It's just, firstly, if you're gonna do that, at least tell them that you've done it.
Also,
because if they don't know, that's not fair.
Right.
But secondly, then, never mind happiness, it's anything in life. You take it that you're not going to win the lotto. Take it that you're not going to, that your Peshet's not going to knock on the door if you don't make an effort to do anything. They're not because you're sitting at home on a Saturday and not going to come knock and say, I've been searching for you everywhere, I've knocked on 10,000 doors. Look, it might happen to somebody, but that's not the person that you've got to aspire to be. Right. Aspire to be the person that went and knocked on 10,000 doors.
Yeah.
And aspire to be that person, and however many you can knock on, whatever it is, if it's chasing money, if it's chasing health, if it's chasing if it's chasing anything, whatever it is, give as much as you can without depleting yourself. You've got one battery inside. Don't give everything
Don't
to
waste
one
it.
thing. Yeah.
Sort of fits in with your values.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
That's the
Thank you
best.
so much.
I have a question that I don't know if either one of you may know the answer to, but from my experience, I've met lots of people who have struggled with depression and struggled with anxiety. And, I don't know, I think all of us at one point in our life go through that. But you spoke a lot about apathy, and I'm sure everyone knows what apathy means, but I mean, we can just explain how there's nothing there. It's like a complete non-caring. It's like...
Yeah, it's like, I think depression can often be misunderstood to be
one thing.
Like people assume that you want to be dead because you're not alive. Like you want to go
It's
self-harm.
not as simple as that.
It's not nearly as simple as
No,
that.
it never is.
I would say that maybe, thank God I've never had that level, but I would say that maybe what it really is that you have so little strength and willpower to do anything. And it bugs you because you know you are worth so much more. And it bugs you day after day after day that then you start thinking to yourself, why, like, what is the point? It's not, depression and for me was never like sadness. It was never the movie definition of it or the book definition of it. It wasn't. It was purely apathy. It was like I had no power to make a fist. I had no power to get up. I had no power to do anything mentally or physically.
Right.
And so because it hits you physically as well so strongly that your brain will play tricks on you and say, oh well, I'm not depressed, I'm obviously sick, or I've got this, or I've got... But it's not like your mind controls everything. If you're in a good mind space, your body will go to gym. If you're in a bad mind space, your body will go to a pub. I don't know.
So guess that's one side of depression that not necessarily everyone knows about. And I wanted to know, do either one of you know if it's more common in a male to be apathetic over...
Men are much more lazy than women.
No, not at all.
No, I'm teasing.
But men have been told it's really a stereotype that's not very fair. It's not fair at all. And that is, don't show your emotions. Don't express your feelings. It's something that they're told. It's not masculine of you to express your feelings.
Yeah, I think in my generation, manifests like boys don't cry, basically. And that's what teaches you
cry.
Teaches you to support.
No, and that's wrong. That's something. It's wrong. And I understand that gender makes a huge difference, but I wanted to know, does it occur more often? Maybe this is a question for the public to answer. Does it occur more in men to be apathetic than women?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I've listened to Jordan Peterson, and then he suggests the same as you. He suggests that it's much more common in males.
To be apathetic over...
Not apathetic per se, but to suffer from depression.
Yes.
I'm saying apathy is my symptom of depression.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I don't know if there are many others. In fairness, that they might.
No, because from my experience speaking to women, we obviously we are told less to stop crying and stop doing this and stop doing that and stop feeling. We're told less not to do that. So we're more, our emotions are on the surface, but even just being a woman, our emotions are much more on the surface with hormones and different things.
I think feminism is a bug that you guys have got a lot, because now you want to come into the work world, and I don't like of what I'm all for this. Don't get me wrong, but then it's not. Then you're trying to say that we want women to be part of a man's world. It's not true. We want everyone to be in the world,
not just a man's world.
So if you come into a man's world and try and behave like a man, and you come full of emotions and hormones and all these things, like I don't know how you're meant to survive. Like it's not going to fit you. But if you come in as you and do the best job you can do, whether it's in work, whether it's in life, it's like just do you.
So often, like, I mean, I'm not going to mention what I'm involved in, but I'm involved in a specific, I guess, let's say, project, and it's male predominant, definitely. And I have to always remind myself, like, I'm not in the same situation as them. I'm not. I'm different by a huge amount, and I have to be very, like, I guess, forgiving on myself to not be able to perform in the same way that they may perform, because, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, it is fair enough,
So
but it's something that people...
trying to connect with identifying with a woman.
Well, not so much. It's just made me very aware, because we haven't ever spoken on this show with a male, and it's very eye-opening to actually have you here with us. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Also wanted to mention, I don't know how the saying goes, but it's something like in 100 years' time, everyone you know right now will be dead. You'll be dead, and everyone...
Sure.
No, literally. No, that's what they say. Like, I mean, please God, let's say 200 years.
All the quotes. So why did you say that?
No. So who cares? Live your life. They're not going to remember you. No one's going to... it's...
Yeah, I never knew Van Gogh, but I remember him. Like,
so the whole point is...
Yeah, but how many other people do you know from that generation?
Exactly.
I've no idea when these people...
Exactly. That's the point.
My point.
And they suffer from depression.
Stop thinking about what everyone else is doing, and just for a moment, like, don't let anyone else get in your way, basically, because they're not going to be here, like...
Yeah.
In a 2-century time.
Just be the best version of yourself that you can be. You know what the answer to that is. If it's to be a good wife, to be a good husband, to be a good scholar, to be a good whatever it is, a good doctor, whatever it is, you be the best of you.
I think this has been an outstanding episode. Thank you so much for joining
Pleasure.
us. Before we end off, we always just say one thing that we're grateful for in this moment, and if you don't mind, we'd love it to hear what you're grateful for right now.
Antidepressants. No.
Are you though? Are you not actually?
No, I'm grateful for life. I'm very thankful that I was born. I'm very thankful that I get the opportunity to go through this adventure. I'm very grateful for family and friends that I have around me. I was very blessed in the family front, like very, very blessed. I've unfortunately witnessed lots of dramas in other people's families, and we've somehow managed to stay mostly unscathed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's been
It's a huge bracha.
Yeah, it's a huge blessing, and I think a big part of why I grew up like I did and why I am like I am. I think maybe my own thoughts and thinking can take 2% credit for who I am, but it's my upbringing that can take 98% of it.
It's amazing. Thank you.
So thank you to your parents and your family.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Would you like to go?
I'll go for it. I'm thankful for, I think, every day is like a new opportunity, and within that is like, it's talking about life. Like, life is a mix of ups and downs, so I'm grateful for the mixture of everything. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the ups.
I'm very grateful to have you here, because it's just clarified a lot of things in my head. I'm very grateful to know that there are so many different perspectives, and that I'll never know all of them, but they'll always fascinate me, and I'm really, really grateful that I get to experience that and to learn from so many different people. So thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
The learning has been both ways, let me tell you.
Thank you.
And with that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Tova. It was such a great episode.
Thank you, and thank you to all our listeners.
Thank you to our listeners. Thank you for being here. To everyone, wherever you are, it's the nighttime for us. We hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Cheers.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.